If you clicked on this video, it's because you want to become financially free and finally live life on your own terms. But the thing is, you find yourself watching more and more how to start a side hustle videos on YouTube, and your Instagram feed is filled with motivational quotes and luxury lifestyle videos. And I get it, I can't really blame you for that. In fact, if I'm honest with you, I used to do the same thing over 5 years ago, back when I was still broke and I only had $400 in my bank account, because I desperately wanted to find a way to make money online to become financially free so I wouldn't have to go and work a soul-crushing 9-to-5 job for the rest of my life. In this video, I want to share with you why starting a side hustle is a distraction if you actually want to become financially free and make money from the comfort of your home, and what you need to do instead. Now keep in mind that everything I'm going to share with you in this video comes directly from my own experience, and it's exactly what's allowed me to scale my business to making upwards of $1,000 a day in my early 20s. Now typically, side hustles can in fact make you a few $100s on the side, even a few extra $1,000 per year. For instance, one of my friends was reselling clothes, shoes on Vinted, and every year she was able to make something like $1,500, which for most people would be a very decent amount of extra money to make. But the thing is, it's not enough to make you financially free. If you really want financial freedom, you need to start a full-blown business, because side hustles often lead to limited income and they keep you on a hamster wheel where you always need to put in more work just to get a small amount of money in return, because you're never building a tangible business. And if you treat it as a side hustle, that's exactly what it's going to be. And typically, the effort to reward ratio simply isn't worth it. I have a lot of people who come to me, and some of them, they make a few $100s per month reselling stuff on eBay. But the thing is, it takes them a lot of time to first find the items on promotion, to then be able to resell them on eBay. And when you do that, it's not like you even have a guarantee that you're actually going to get some sales. So what if instead you took all that time, all the time that you spend watching YouTube videos on the best side hustles to start, or all that time that you spend trying to find products to resell on eBay or on Vinted, and instead put it into a proper business, a business that could make you $5,000 per month, $10,000 per month, $15,000 per month, and even more. Now I'm going to be completely honest with you. The stats actually show that 91% of small businesses will never cross the $1 million per year mark, and it's for a reason. A lot of people don't realize this, but chances are most of the local businesses that you see around you, they're struggling to get by, or they're barely making any money. If you take a look at your local coffee shop, at your local hairdresser, your local gym, they might be pulling in $30,000 per month, $50,000 per month sometimes, and it also depends on the size of the city, of course. But most of that is not profit. If they keep 20% of their revenue, it's a pretty big accomplishment, because they've got to pay the rent, they have to pay taxes, they have to hire employees, they need to buy all the equipment, etc. And I also noticed from my own experience, because when I was in school, I had to do many internships, so I did different internships in different companies, phone repair companies, temporary work agencies, convenience stores, restaurants, and I was never paid for any of it. So every time it gave me a taste of what working a regular 9-to-5 job would feel like, and I hated it. When I was doing my internship in a phone repair company, I couldn't help but feel it was such a waste of time to just wait for customers to come for hours on end. So if nobody was walking into the shop for hours, you had nothing to do. Talk about a waste of time. And like I said, I also did internships in a few restaurants, and at the time I wanted to open up my own restaurant, but the owners showed me the behind the scenes. They were barely making any money and they were working extremely hard. The owner was the one who was making the food, serving the customers. He was doing everything himself. And on the last day of my internship, I remember we were outside and I think he was smoking, and he told me, "You would be insane to want to open up a restaurant." Now, am I saying that all restaurants or all local businesses are struggling? Obviously not. There's plenty of extremely successful local businesses and franchises. But according to the stats, 91% of all small businesses will never surpass $1 million per year in revenue. And that's also one of the reasons why I genuinely believe that the best business to start for beginners, or for people who want to obtain financial freedom and make $5,000 per month all the way up to $15,000 per month, is an online business. If you weigh the pros and the cons of starting an online business compared to an actual brick and mortar business, like, the difference is night and day. If you wanted to open up a brick and mortar business, you would need at least $100,000, most likely even more than that. So good luck coming up with that money in the first place. But with online businesses, you can literally see these kids on TikTok, they're doing a bunch of dances and they get millions of views, millions of followers, and they get paid thousands of dollars per month because of brand sponsorships. Now, am I saying you need to start doing some crazy dances on TikTok if you want to become financially free? Absolutely not. In fact, you're never going to see me do anything like that. However, there are plenty of online business models that you can use to become financially free. However, I do need to warn you, because you need to understand, just because there are plenty of opportunities doesn't mean all those opportunities are created equal. Now, I can't really go too in depth in this video, so if you want to figure out what's the best online business for beginners, I will leave a link in the description to a free resource, and I highly suggest you go check it out when you're done watching this video. It will save you months of your life and thousands of dollars that you would otherwise invest into the wrong opportunities. So in order to make $5,000, $10,000 per month, even $15,000 per month, like I said, you need to understand that not every business model is equal. You need to pick the right vehicle, because some business models will allow you to make $100,000 per month and even more, but they will be extremely difficult to succeed with as a beginner. And some business models like dropshipping or Amazon FBA, they will allow you to make a lot of money. You could make $50,000 in a month. However, you'd be lucky to keep more than 20% in terms of profit margins. And at the end of the day, what matters is profit, not revenue. People, and especially dropshippers, love to flex how much revenue they've made, but that's not what matters. If you made $100,000 but you only kept $10,000, it's not that much, is it? What matters instead is profit. My business is a cash flow business. The goal of that business is to generate as much profit as possible. That way, I can reinvest in the business even more and also pay for my lifestyle expenses. The goal isn't for the business to be worth $1 billion. Maybe one day I'll try to build $1 billion company. Who knows? But right now, it's not the stage where I'm at. And I get this all of the time. I have a lot of people who come to me, and I often get, oh, I want to make $50,000 per month, $100,000 per month. I want to be a millionaire in my 20s. And sure, that's amazing. Go for it. I'm not going to stop you. But before you can make millions, before you can make hundreds of thousands of dollars, or however much you want to make, you need to first focus on making $5,000 per month to $15,000 per month. That's target number one. It doesn't mean you have to stop there. Now, in order to have a profitable business, you need to follow this 4-step formula. Step number one, I want you to identify a painful problem that people have. So let me give you a few examples. If you could help somebody to overcome an addiction, to fix their marriage, that is an extremely painful problem that you're solving for people, so they would gladly pay you a few $1,000s for it. If you were to help a business to grow their revenue, even just by 20%, they would be willing to pay you a certain amount of money because it's worth it. You're giving them a very good return on investment. And typically what most businesses want is to get more leads, to get more customers. Now, step number two is to offer a solution to that painful problem. So to give you an example, you could offer businesses done-for-you lead generation services. In fact, that's exactly what I was doing over 2 years ago, back when I started my YouTube channel. I was helping agency owners, coaches, and consultants to book more meetings for their business. You could offer video editing to content creators. There's literally so many different services you could offer to your customers. And if you're selling more to consumers, not to business owners, you could teach people how to do something that you've done yourself in the past. So how to overcome a porn addiction, how to overcome a binge drinking addiction, how to fix somebody's marriage, how to get in shape, how to work on your mindset and stop hating yourself. All of those are solutions to people's painful problems. Now, typically, I teach my students 2 methods of service delivery. The first is to sell services. You can do that in 2 different ways. Let's say you have a certain skill, web design. You could leverage your skill and sell it as a service. And that way you can get to $5,000 per month, even $10,000 per month. But what if you don't have any skills to leverage at the moment? Don't let that stop you. What you can do instead is focus on getting customers, getting paid, and leveraging a remote contractor to do the work for the customer. So with that method, anybody can get started because you can provide any service even if you don't know how to do it yourself. And on top of that, you never run the risk of spending money out of pocket. It's not like hiring an employee. You only pay the contractor once you found the customer, and the customer pays you first. And then the other service delivery method is coaching, consulting. So if you're a personal trainer, you can't lose the weight for other people. You have to show them how it's done. But either way, all that matters is not how you deliver the service, it's the fact that your customers get results, that they get what they want. That's it. If you're committed to building your business and you would like to receive my help personally, I invite you to check out the links in the description. You will find a free video in which I explain step by step how I made $1,000 in a day. I'm going to share with you a simple 3-step process. That way you can start your business today and stop waiting. Or if you're ready to take things to the next level and you would like to get my personal help, you can apply to book a free call and we'll see if you qualify for working closely with me. Now, step number 3 is to get paid. In order to get paid, you need to follow a very specific framework. I see so many people trying to sell school communities, and that's an amazing income source when you have millions of followers and a big audience. But when you're just getting started in business, chances are you don't have millions of people in your audience ready to buy whatever you sell. Otherwise, it would be too easy. And when you're selling something, you always want to have this one rule in mind. People buy an outcome, a transformation, not deliverables, not coaching packages, not services. Nobody cares about that. To give you actual examples from successful brands, Ferrari doesn't sell you a car. They sell you prestige, excellence, status, a feeling that no other car in the world will give you. And branding is the same reason why Nike can sell $200 shoes, while other brands will struggle to sell $50 shoes. Branding is the same reason why so many people every year wait in line in front of the Apple store whenever a new product is released. Step number number 4 is to rinse and repeat. You want to focus on doing more of what works. It can seem obvious, but when you're actually trying to build your business, you might be stuck in trying to make everything better constantly. I know I'm like that myself, but the problem is that sometimes, because you want to try new things constantly, you forget to stick to the boring fundamentals, and those are true and tested principles that will give you results over the course of years. If you manage to get to $2,000 per month with your business, or even if you manage to sign only one client that will pay you between $1,000 to $4,000, you have proof of concept. People vote with their money. If nobody has paid you yet, you don't really know if your offer is good or not. But if somebody or multiple people have bought your offer, you have what's known as proof of concept, meaning to scale to $5,000 per month, $10,000 per month, $20,000 per month, and even beyond, you need to just focus on replicating what you've done so far to get more clients. It's really that simple. And then as you want to scale further, of course you will need to try different strategies. You'll need to change the way you're doing things. But at first, rinse and repeat until you're maxed out, until you really can't break past a revenue plateau for months. And probably the most important piece of advice I can give you right now is to get started now. Stop waiting for a perfect time. A few years ago, I was holding myself back because I was being too much of a perfectionist. I kept telling myself, I'll do things later. I'll get started when it's the right time. But there is no such thing as the perfect moment. The perfect moment is right now. And you have to realize no one is coming to save you. I speak to a lot of people on a weekly basis, and a lot of people tell me it's been years they've been wanting to start a business and become financially free. If that's the case for you too, you have to know that desire that you have to make money, to be free, it's never going to go away. So what are you waiting for? Why don't you get started? Even if you have no clue what you're doing, at least to try something. If you stay inactive, nothing can come out of it, and you know this. So look, you need to make a choice now. You're free to keep watching YouTube videos on how to make money online, but doing that won't make you any money. Or if you're committed to building your business so you can become financially free and scale to $10,000 per month, you can check out the free resources I will leave in the description below, or directly apply to book a call with me or my team, and we'll see if we can help you. That being said, if you found this video helpful, share it with a friend, and together, let's blow up this YouTube channel to empower more individuals across the globe to become financially free.